So, unfortunately, we couldn't get anyone to interview for this segment.
But luckily, hosts are people too. To let you guys get to know us a little bit better, we're going to interview each other. So, Owen, who's your favorite Syracuse icon?
It's definitely the guy that sets up on the promenade and performs horrible renditions of hip-hop songs.
Ooh, what's your favorite song he does?
I can't tell because they're so off-key, it just sounds like screeching.
Yes. My personal favorite was when a girl was with him singing Thank You Next by Ariana Grande. Girl power.
I got a question for you now. What's a trend you think that needs to come back right now?
The one trend I want to come back is silly bands. Like many people, they were banned in my elementary school, but I'm an adult now, Mom. I can wear as many bands as I please.
I'll admit I was a silly bander in my day,
Yeah.
but I gotta say, all the rubber bands in my arm did tear off a mighty amount of my arm hair.
Yeah. They probably cut off the circulation as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep. Owen, this is kind of a gross one, but where's the weirdest place you've thrown up?
Oh, well, let me set the scene. Circa 2008, Washington, D.C., the nation of our capital. A young Owen was walking around, seeing the sights, seeing the museums and whatnot, when all of a sudden he approached the magnificent Washington Monument. Now, as I approached the great structure, the great obelisk, I smelled something reminiscent of chili dogs.
Oh, no.
Now, if you know anything about me, I have a very weak gag reflex. And unfortunately, chili dogs were not the move that day. So I vomited on the side of the Washington Monument.
Well, that must have been very monumental to your growing up.
No, it was traumatizing. If you could get away with any crime, what would it be?
I feel like, Owen, I always hear about tax evasion. Tax evasion is glamorized in our media today, and just to get a smidgen of it in my life would be a dream.
If the billionaires can do it, why can't you?
Exactly. All right, if you had to host a reality TV show, what would it be about?
You know, I thought about this one for a long time, and I've decided that it would be a show where the contestants drink a lot of water, and whoever could hold their urine the longest without their bladder exploding wins the prize.
Wow. I have such a small bladder, could not be me.
And do you want to know what the prize is?
What's the prize?
An exploded bladder, because I still have to hold it.
Oh.
Catherine, I want you to tell me about your debut of your acting career.
All right, let me set the scene. It's a little less traumatizing than the monument, but still let me set it. 2004, I'm in preschool. We're doing our Christmas play, The Nativity. We're allowed to choose our parts. I'm so excited about my part. Show day, I chose to be the donkey. I'm wearing paper ears, and I get to say my star-studded line, hee-haw.
You know, it's funny because last year I was actually Catherine's acting coach, and I can safely say her acting has not gotten any better.
Ooh.
I'm sorry about that one.
Anyways, if you had the boat, Owen, what would you name it?
Okay. If I had to name a boat, I would name it I Don't Think It. So if I got in an accident, I don't think it sunk.
Wow, they really should have considered renaming the Titanic that.
Now for you, would you rather have everything you eat taste like hot dogs or everything you smell like hot dogs?
Oh, as a vegetarian, that is a very bad question to ask me. But if I had to choose, I just wouldn't want it to be the chili dogs that caused you to throw up on the Washington Monument.
That is a great answer.
All right, what is your perfect date?
Oh, very romantic question. But if I had to choose, my favorite date would be January 9th.
Yeah. You know, right after all the holidays, you're still feeling the brisk air.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's perfect.
Exactly.
Would you rather know when you will die or how you will die?
Frankly, I'd like to know how I die, so if it's tax evasion related, I can avoid that really fast.
All right, fair enough.
Would you rather be a superhero or a supervillain?
Definitely a supervillain, because they get all the best lines.
They really do.
Yeah. All right, last question. If you had to die in one building on campus, which building would you choose to die in and why?
There are so many dieable buildings on our campus.
Unfortunately.
But if I really had to choose one, I'd choose Lawrence and Hall, because you get to look at the sunset as you go down.
And on that note, Please follow us on our socials. We'll be back in 2 weeks, so thank you for coming, and I hope we didn't disappoint you too much.
Yeah. See you in 2 weeks.